So Instagram there has a new competitor, and I'm gonna watch this shit because honestly, like a lot of people talk about how bad Twitter is. A lot of people talk about how bad fucking like Facebook and shit is, but I feel like the truth is Instagram is worse than all the other ones. I feel like Instagram is actually the most toxic one because like how many 12-year-old girls go on Instagram and they see some fucking some model or some celebrity who's had 3 different plastic surgeries, 2 different editors, and 7 different filters put on her, and they think, oh wow, I'm never gonna look like that, I should kill myself. I feel like there's a lot of girls that probably feel that way, especially because they're young, they're stupid, they don't fucking know any better. And the fact is that I think that's so bad. And there's even older people that happens to them. No, it's true. No, really, it's true. Like, we're just talking real shit, aren't we? Like, I mean, what? You want me to go and talk around it, use these euphemisms? Like, oh, no, nah, bro, this is real. And so I do think it's a bad thing. Absolutely. So, does that mean that they should kill Instagram? No. Does that mean that it's something that really needs to be solved? Maybe not. But it's an interesting video, and that's why I was going to watch it. Here we go.
This is BeReal, supposedly the only honest social media app in the world. And
No,
even with all the craziness that's happening with social media right now, it is still the most fascinating thing going on. Having just become the #1 most downloaded app in the US, Australia...
That's nuts. Like, are you serious? Like, let me look this shit up right now on my phone. I don't believe that. Play Store, let's see here, not now. Top charts. Bro, this shit's not even on here. Like, I'm on a Google Play Store? Like, I'm on a Google Play Store, it's not... Yeah. On the App Store? Yeah, on the App Store. It says it says Temu, TikTok, CapCut, Bingo Cleaner, WhatsApp Messenger? The fuck? Instagram, Cash App, Fashion Shopping, Paramount Network. It's the Bingo Cleaner? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's see this.
Germany, and many more. So, I decided to test it, to find out what on earth an honest social media platform actually is, and if BeReal is about to become the next big thing.
If you want a real honest social media network, you shouldn't be able to spell check, man. You shouldn't be able to fucking spell check, bro. You can't spell maintenance. You can't spell Mississippi. Guess what? You're gonna look like a fucking idiot. Yeah, that's a real honest social media network. No fucking spell check even. No filters on your words,
from the simple
not
fact
just
that
your
most
pictures.
Current social media platforms are fake. If you go to a random person's Instagram page, there's a very good chance that all you're going to see is just a highlight reel, a hand-curated selection of the very best, most positive memories that person wants to share.
I don't think that makes it fake. I really don't. Like, what do you think I take a picture of myself? I'm like, man, today I had to, there's a rat that died on the sidewalk and I had to throw him in the garbage can. Like, hey, yo, like, fucking turn up. You know? Like, of course I'm not going to do that. Who the fuck's going to do that?
Edited to remove even a glimpse of imperfection. Platforms like this set unrealistic standards, they're bad for mental health, they're incredibly good at sucking away your time without you even realizing you already know all of this. But what choice do we have?
I don't know if you could make a fucking like a 100% to say that like a fucking social media is bad for your health, like Instagram's bad for your health. I feel like that's a like I would not say that. I think that it can be. I think that sometimes even it is most of the time, but like to say it just like de facto, probably not. I think there's a nah, bro. Like it is. No, it's not. Because for me, Instagram's not bad for my mental health. Like it's not. So for me, it's not. So obviously, like it's not for everybody. That's what I'm saying.
Want to keep in touch with people now that so many of us spend so much of
our... By the way, one follow up on this. Maybe he actually has a study that I'm not aware of. He has information I don't know. All I'm saying is that I don't have any information to say that's definitive. That's all I'm saying.
our lives physically distant, you need these platforms. That is, until BeReal, which has a really interesting solution.
Okay.
Every single user of the app gets a notification once every day. When you get that notification, you have 2 minutes to take out your phone and click a photo. And when you do that, your phone will capture both from the front to get your face, and then also from the rear to capture what you're doing. And this really simple idea solves a lot of current problems. For starters, this BeReal notification, it comes at a different time each day. The company says it's not random.
Bro, isn't this what they do with fucking, like the Korean, phone thing? Whenever they would call you to make sure that you were not leaving your phone at home, breaking curfew? Yeah, I heard they did that shit in Korea. Flexing iPhone? Bro, I got a new case for this. My old case fell apart.
At the same time, you don't know what that time's going to be.
The one where they have
already
phones.
Means you can't plan your life around it. It kills this current feeling of doing things for the sole purpose of being able to post about them on social media, and instead forces you to do those things because you really want to do those things. But then also, even though everyone's getting the notification at a different time each day, they're getting it at the same time as each other. Which means that when you've sent your photo off, you can have a quick 30-second scroll through your feed, see exactly what each of your friends are up to in that moment, and you're caught up. That's
interesting. I like the idea. It's a novel idea. Like, what do you guys think about this? So stupid? I don't think it's stupid. I think it's an interesting idea. Like, it is. It's an interesting idea. Like, doesn't mean it's gonna fucking kill Instagram. Of course it's not gonna kill Instagram. Bro, who the fuck wants to take a picture? I got 2 minutes, but I got 5 more minutes to shit. What do you think I'm about to do? Right? So it's like, obviously people probably not gonna use this more than Instagram. Of course not. But it's a cool idea. There's nothing wrong with it being a cool idea.
Experience using this with my friends, this was the thing that shocked me the most. It's how fast it makes socializing. I use inverted commas here because I'm not saying this is the same as spending quality time in the same room as them, but because of how much information can be conveyed by a single picture, I do think it often tells you more than having an entire texting conversation. And it also happens far more frequently because it has a fraction of the time commitment. Because there's no chase for clout or fame on this app, you see the things that you wouldn't otherwise get to see. The mundane, regular things that no one's ever going to post on their Instagram. Like how they actually really can't cook, their recent trip to load up on mayonnaise, or what their recent pregnancy test result was.
Bro, I'm gonna be honest, like, I post stupid shit like how much mayonnaise...
Really can't cook. Their recent trip...
Like, I feel like I would have posted this on Instagram. Like, this would absolutely be an Instagram photo for me, 100%. Like... Look at my Instagram, like, what the fuck do I even post on Instagram? Like, I just post pictures of myself, like, that's it. I thought about making another Instagram just to take pictures of my own steaks that I make, like, that's it. Isn't this the same concept as Instagram? It kind of is, yeah.
To load up on mayonnaise, or what their recent pregnancy test result was.
Yeah.
It sounds funny because we're not used to it, but that is authentically them. I would say this app is adding back that layer of, wow, I can't believe this is real, that social media has started to lose over the years because it's so...
I feel like that doesn't, like, I feel like that might be a little bit overplayed, I think. Like, I mean, obviously, like, in 2 minutes, you could just change what you're doing and look different. Like, it's not totally different, but, like, I see what he's saying.
Easy to fake things now, which is why there are so many pages online followed by hundreds of thousands of people that just share BeReals. This wouldn't work if it was just sharing normal, interesting photos. It's the fact that they're BeReals that people have had to take spontaneously without planning them out, which makes them authentic and therefore funny. Like, check out this poor dude who's just dropped his pizza. If you saw a random photo on the internet of a pizza on a floor, you'd think, oh, well, that's
fake, fake. Fake, 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 just like the moon landing. Fake, 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 fake.
Probably been copied from Google Images. But seeing that it's a BeReal means that you know.
To be honest, like, it could take. I could throw a pizza on the floor in less than 2 minutes. I could probably get that whole thing on the floor in less than 2 minutes. Take a picture of that shit.
The guy who took the photo, you can see his face and his reaction to this extremely sad occasion. And what makes it more hilarious is that he's had this disaster happen in front of his eyes, and then at that moment, his phone has gone off, demanding him to take a photo of the chaos. And so when you're using this app with your friends, I think it means that when you do eventually get to see them, you're doing so now understanding the context of what really makes them who they are. Your connection is deeper. It is obviously going to mean that you're only going to want to keep your close friends on this app. You're not going to want to share the inner parts of your life with people you know less well, but then you could argue that's a benefit too, because it forces you to focus on the people that matter. But if we zoom out for a minute, this is still a social media app, right?
Yeah.
So once I got used to the core mechanic of posting once a day, I started to explore it to see what other features it has. And the answer is shockingly few. The app has no filters. You can't make your skin look richer, your belly look slimmer, your acne look smoother. There are 2 separate tabs, a My Friends tab, where you can see what your friends have just posted, and a Discover tab, where you can see what random other people have just posted. But apart from that, there's no video, there's no stories, there's no direct messaging features, no like counter, no follower counts. I mean, probably the best way to summarize how feature-rich this app is to show you that this is what a person's profile looks like. It's boring.
So it's feature rich by not having any features. Okay, I like that. That sounds good. You know, I tried to use that that logic whenever I turned in an assignment and I didn't do anything on it. Teacher did not really have the same viewpoint that I did. But yeah, I do think that simplicity is a good thing. That's a no for me. Yeah, is the guy sponsored by that? I have no idea. I just wanna watch it and then just talk about it. That's about it. I don't give a fuck if we sponsor it or not. It's not about whether it's sponsored. It's about whether it's interesting or not. It's just Instagram with push notifications. Bro, like, yeah, you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of those people that, like, remember whenever they would fucking, you know, that, like, how many of those, like, remember, like, that Eugene doctor guy who every time Donald Trump would tweet, this guy would have a response to him within, like, 2 minutes? And, like, you know that there were times that, like, Eugene was asleep and his phone would fucking vibrate because he had a push notification on Donald, and it sounds like he's got to fire off another one. Sorry, honey, give me a second. Let me fucking own the orange man again. And, yeah, I feel like this is already kind of a thing that happened with him. Yeah, that ain't living. I mean, it is what it is, man. It's Snapchat. Yeah, it's like Snapchat.
By design. It's made like this because it's targeted right
how is
at
it
Gen
not
Z,
like
the generation who are now becoming
true.
young adults. And you might be thinking, well, hey, Gen Z are the ones who grew up learning how to use iPads before being able to read a map. These are the ones who have a shorter average attention span than my goldfish. How are they going to cope on an app that's so unstimulating? But
it is very stimulating because it's spontaneous, and the spontaneous nature of something is extremely compelling. That's why people like streaming, is because streaming is spontaneous. You don't know what's going to happen. It's like, for example, if you're following Kim Kardashian on Instagram, you know what you're getting. If you're following, I was going to say Kanye West, but you probably don't know what you're getting nowadays. If you're following a lot of people on social media, you know what you're going to get. And I think that's what the appeal of something like TikTok or something like fucking Snapchat is, or even like Instagram, like live videos, and Twitch too, is that it's spontaneous. You don't know what's going to happen. It's extemporaneous. It just happens and then it's gone. And I think that's what's so appealing about those other platforms. Is like, you know, those TikTok videos, like, oh, well, we were just all hanging out together. Bro, they're not all accidentally hanging out together. They live in a house where they make content in, and like, it's just to fucking finesse 11-year-olds to thinking that they're really friends, right? Like, that's really what it is. But like, people buy into it. They do.
I would say, as much criticism as they do get, this is also a generation who wants to be healthier than before. They're more aware of eating balanced meals and not falling for overnight solutions or fad diets. Their alcohol consumption is lower. They're more in touch with their emotional well-being than past generations. And so it's almost not surprising that BeReal is landing with them. That it's gone from 10,000 downloads last year to hit 50 million downloads. And last time I checked, has over 400,000 five-star...
I'm gonna look this shit up right now. BeReal, your friends for real. It's got 81,000 reviews and 10 million plus downloads. This is on the fucking like the Google App Store in America. I'm sure it's not the same. I'll read like some some reviews. Overall idea of the app is great. The picture quality is nice. It's a fun app. However, there are a couple of bugs. Fun app. I like the idea. Android version has lots of bugs. Terribly designed. Update makes it even worse. Can't even say. Okay, so basically, like, this shit doesn't. It's a good idea, but it just doesn't work. Okay, well, I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, honestly, like, if those are the three, like, bugs are the easiest thing to fix whenever you think about it. Like, you know, the real problems with social media networks, so what they really have a problem with is getting people to use them. MySpace probably doesn't have any bugs. And if it did have any bugs, you wouldn't know, because nobody's on there.
Our ratings. All of this is to say that I like the idea of BeReal, and that it actually has a surprising amount going for it. But I think it's just about to hit its biggest hurdle.
Okay, what's that?
So you've probably gathered at this point that BeReal is basically trying to be the anti-Instagram. The problem with that, though, is that while Instagram might not be the best thing for the long-term mental health of the population, it does know how to be a successful business. Yeah. And so there is a reason that it is the way it is. I mean, for starters, we are living in a very insecure age. The vast majority of people, we care what others think about us. And we like the idea of being only able to post our best selves. I talked to a few of my...
Bro, I feel like, again, like you go to somebody's house. But for example, I go to Zach's grandma's house. And like I look on the wall. And it's not, you know, Zach's dad passed out, you know, with his shirt off, drunk at 8 in the morning in the living room. No, it's a picture of him, and he's wearing a nice shirt, and it's him and his brother. They're smiling. Everything is legit. Like, nobody ever fucking took pictures of the bad times. Yeah, this is not anything new with Instagram. I feel like that's always been the case.
Younger family members about BeReal, and their primary feedback was, I don't want to show my face without proper makeup, and I don't want to make it seem like my life is really boring by just showing my desk every day. It's a fair point, and I think for anyone who has this kind of mindset,
grow a fucking dick and quit complaining about that shit. What do you mean? Oh, wow, my life is so boring. What do you think they're doing? What do you think they're doing? Do you think they just pick up your fucking app and they're like, oh, they're like on a yacht full of hot models, and they're like, oh, let me check. Damn, this guy's a loser. He's still at his computer again? Wow. Nah, man, they're at their computer too. Everybody's at their fucking computer. What do you think this is? Yeah, quit complaining about that shit. Like, people are so insecure about, like, trying to put on an image. He's right about this. Absolutely, he's right about this. Man, everybody wants to, like, it's weird to me. I don't understand it.
BeReal is never going to land. Plus, as well as insecurity, there's also a question mark over security. Yeah. If you're going to be broadcasting your whereabouts at any given point in time, with the addition of geolocation too, if you forget to turn that feature off.
This real win.
And then it's also kind of inconvenient. Part of what makes existing social media platforms so appealing and so damaging is that we can use them whenever we want to, whenever we're free, whenever we feel like it. Whereas I guarantee you 99% of the time that BeReal notification will pop up when you're not expecting it. That's
well, it's like I'm streaming, man. Like, I don't want to fucking go take a picture of myself like I'm doing something.
I know what it's designed to do. But it means that in the majority of cases, you're not getting it in those specific windows of time where it suits you. I've had it while I'm in bed, in the bathroom, riding a bike, in the middle of a meditation. You can choose to post your BeReal late if you really have to, but then that will actually give a push notification to everyone who follows you, which is kind of inconvenient for them. And if you are enjoying this video, then a sub to the channel would be real.
BeReal.
I can't not take that.
That's a good one.
And then on top of the inconvenience, there's also an argument to be made that while these over-beautified, highly optimized posts that people make on Instagram are unrealistic, the fact that it makes people put so much thought into their posts does make them higher quality, more interesting content than a...
Not for me, man. My pictures suck. Like, every single one that I post is the exact same. Oh, I'm here at the McDonald's drive-thru. It's 3 in the morning. They didn't have a milkshake. Oh, I'm here at Whataburger. I hate Whataburger, but it's 1 in the morning, and this is the only place that's got milkshakes. Like, that's about it.
just woken up selfie in front of a laptop.
Yeah.
Or in other words, in trying to be so easy on the creator, BeReal is not really prioritizing the user experience,
No,
like
it's
most
not.
other
It's
social
annoying.
platforms do. In order to make sure that you have a continuous, desirable stream of content for your users, you normally have to incentivize the creators to put in effort with either
true.
money or virality, neither of which BeReal has. And so it's so basic as a viewer right now that using it kind of feels like going back from a smartphone to a dumb phone. It requires restraint to use it over something that you know will bring you more short-term satisfaction.
Yeah.
And this links to the single most important performance metric for a social media platform: retention time. There's a reason that Instagram has every possible social media feature you can think of. There's a reason they've tried to make themselves the home for your direct conversations with people. Why they have webs of different feeds to potentially get lost in. It's all so that you spend as much time on it as possible and they can make money. Whereas BeReal, in its mission to be good for you,
I used to just use Instagram like a Pokedex for hot girls, like gotta catch them all. Like, that's all I would ever use Instagram for. Like, I didn't even, like, I didn't post on Instagram for the first 5 years I had an Instagram. What the fuck you think I'm gonna use Instagram for? Like, what do you think? The fuck, you're a dude. What are you posting pictures of yourself on Instagram? What the fuck's wrong with you? And so I don't really understand this at all. WoW stream's up in 2 minutes? Yeah, I know. So is this video. Look at that timing. How about that? Isn't that crazy?
keeps you on the app for about a minute a day, after which
Yeah.
it gives you nothing else to look at. There are no ads, there are no fees. It's losing money right now, which is okay when you're starting out. Most social medias lose money at the beginning while they're focusing on just growing their daily active users, but BeReal has a moral dilemma.
Let me pause this shit. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Show starting soon. Okay. I guess I'm thinking, like, should I finish this video, or like it's a 1 minute video? I think I should be able to finish it.
That the others didn't have.
Yeah.
How do you make this a successful business without ruining what it stands for? Like, if you start filling it with ads to make money,
Yeah.
it's going to lose its simplicity. If you give people more interesting camera features to make it more enjoyable,
It's not
then
as
you'll
real.
kill the authenticity.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
start adding in stories or a homepage or browse features to improve retention time, then it will no longer be the healthier alternative it wants to be, and will just feel like a budget Facebook. You can tell that
That's
they're
a
trying
bad
really
Facebook.
hard to tread that line. They're experimenting with these weird real emojis that you can react to posts with.
That's
and
funny.
You can comment too, but if they try and go much further, it is going to defeat the app's entire purpose.
Yeah,
the only
it's
way
too
I see that they
forced.
could stay true to their values whilst also monetizing would be to make it a $5 a month paid subscription.
just have ads.
But that would be a fast track ticket to
That's
kill
it.
all existing momentum.
Yeah,
they've built
nobody
up.
wants to pay
And
us
then
up.
the icing on the cake is that even if everything goes really well for BeReal, it doesn't change the fact that all they have right now is effectively one unique feature.
Yeah, Instagram can just
Others
take
could
that.
just copy it. In fact, Instagram, of course it's Instagram,
Yeah.
is already testing a feature called Candid Challenges, which is basically the same thing. They did this with Stories too, which originally came from Snapchat and half killed that app in the process, so it could be a very real possibility. And so I
Give me 1 sec. I gotta make sure I have this actually open, okay? Like, this is just a weird fucking timing.